Good afternoon, guys. I'm heading out to get some saddle bags, in fact. And if you guys are wondering why am I talking in such a hurry, seems like it'll rain big time. Like you guys saw, it's very gloomy outside. So by the time you guys finish seeing the intro, I'll be at the store. Intro. This is the store I was talking about. Let's gear up. They have good merchandise. Okay, guys, and this was the one which I was talking about. This is stormproof. The advantage in this is it is completely waterproof and it is almost submergible. That's what Bono said. So a bit skeptical on taking these. I'll finalize one soon. There's at least what, a 2-inch gap here?
Yeah. So it's cut easily. So then we strap it on. You can pull this up a little more if you want.
Okay. Yeah, in case if you want more space between the silencer and the bag. Oh, there's good enough space now. It's almost like a 3-inch gap now.
Yeah.
Just because you fastened it a bit more tight.
And you get straps also. And this one.
Okay, so this will go under that and connect there. Fair enough, got an idea.
Got it, right? So it goes here.
Right. Likewise there also.
Other side also. So it
Great.
holds tight.
Great. You see, this is the Rhinox Nomad 2.1 series. So this is so these are called a semi-hard saddle bag. So the advantage of these are these will be in a kind of a fixed shape. They wouldn't change much if you happen to put luggage on each side. It will retain its shape. While as compared to the Stormproof, it's more of a kit, and if you happen to tighten the straps or something, it might lose its shape, is what I feel. These are expandable as well. Now, to those of you who feel you can do a trip of couple of days or more on a bike with just a backpack which is tied to a bungee cord, you guys are very wrong, because I too thought the same, and this is what I ended up with. I hope you guys can see the scratch. So this basically happened because I tied this bag to a bungee cord behind, thinking it will not go anywhere, and after 100 odd kilometers my friend was telling this bag was dangling around near the silencer, and that is why this had happened. And provided my friend wasn't there, and if he hadn't said that, this bag would have gone for a toss, definitely. So hence it is inevitable you'll have to purchase a good luggage for your bike, right? So this is where you guys might get confused, thinking if you have to go for a saddle bag or a pannier or a tail bag and whatnot, right? So in this video, I hope I'll clear all of your doubts, if not most of your doubts. Coming to panniers, if you guys have the budget, a budget which is more than 20,000, you definitely go for panniers. You need not give any thought basically. And if you don't have the budget of 20,000 or more, and if you have a budget of only 5,000, I suggest you better go for a saddle bag. Why I said you might as well go for the pannier is because it has many advantages. First of all, it will have a lock wherein you can store any of your luggage. Even if you happen to park it somewhere outside, you might as well just lock the pannier and leave, and nothing will happen. So that is the biggest advantage of a pannier. Second is the mounting bit. So it is very easy to remove and put on a pannier. There's just like a couple of locks which will be there. You just need to press those and the panniers will come out. The last and the most important thing is, even if you happen to fall down, Your panniers will eventually protect your silencer or in fact your whole bike itself, because majority of the impact will be taken by the pannier. And even if your pannier is crashed to the maximum, you will only have a loss of around 20 odd k or the amount which you paid for the pannier, and nothing would have happened for your bike. So basically these are the three main advantages of having a pannier. Now coming to saddlebags, of course you do not have all the liberty of what the pannier has, but if you look into the cost bit, the bag which I just showed now, it hardly costs 1/4 of the price of what the pannier will cost. So that is one biggest advantage. You can use this for what, 1.5 2 years, wear it out to the max, and then you can pick up a next set of saddlebags. Whereas in the panniers you cannot do that, ideally because the cost is more, right? Also there are many saddlebags in the market, none of the kind which I have seen, like the Rhinox one or the Rhinox Nomad one which I purchased now. Like I said, there aren't many saddlebags which have a semi-rigid shape. I believe Rhinox is the only one, or within this price range, which happens to give a semi-rigid saddlebag. So kudos to Rhinox for coming ahead with this bag. I know it will serve the purpose very well. I felt it was a best fit for my bike, if not for any other bikes as well. It's basically a universal product and goes on with all other bikes too. So this is it guys. This was a short and simple video of which saddlebags to purchase. Like always, if at all you like this video, please go ahead and like the video, and do not forget to hit the subscribe as well. Bye bye guys.